Hello and welcome to Read Red. Today I'm making a video just to give a update on how my life is going, how my life has changed recently, and how the channel is going to change. I didn't think I would make this video. I thought I was just going to do a classic, an Irish goodbye, but I realized that I'm not that sort of person and I don't want to be that sort of person. But for those who don't know, I made a post, one of my last kind of updates was that I was going to do the Camino de Santiago, the pilgrimage across Spain, which I completed and I didn't get lost. So I walked from essentially the border of Spain and France to the end of Spain. You do the walk to Santiago de Compostela, and then I walked a little bit further as well to go to Fisterra, or the end of the world. And back, I've finally shaved my head and I've trimmed my beard. I was really fully looking like Santo Domingo by the time I got to Santiago. But of course, it's a long pilgrimage. It took me more than a month, and had just a lot of time to think about it on the Camino. And I've realized that there are certain changes that I'm going to make in my life, and the reason that they're relevant to you is that the primary change is that I'm just going to be doing a lot more traveling, and as a consequence I've really decided to just take a extended hiatus from the channel. As always, I still love reading, I still love thinking about and talking about books, but a couple of things that I've realized is just, as much as I love reading, I really think I do want to now take writing a bit more seriously. I think maybe on the third or the fourth day I really committed to wanting to write a book about the Camino, and I've started working on that, and that's fun. But as you can imagine, writing takes time, I don't think I'm going to have time to do videos for the channel. And if I did have time, the sort of videos I did, I just don't think I would be proud of, Like, I kind of had to squeeze out a couple of videos to have them uploaded while I was over doing the Camino, and I don't really love those videos. So I'm just going to be taking, I suppose, an indefinite hiatus, and hopefully the plan, I mentioned earlier that I had a draft of a novella that I was working on. I'm just gonna hopefully finish that off and self-publish that either in ebook format or in printed format. I do plan to write this book on the Camino, and I'll be giving updates on that as I go along, and also just fun because of some the coincidences in the way that life turned out, because of exactly when I finished the Camino. It turned out that I was able to get a flight to Dublin, and I actually spent Bloomsday in Dublin, which was so crazy, because it was like I went to go and do this pilgrimage, but I also sandwiched it between two other literary pilgrimages. So to actually get to Santiago, I flew to Paris, and in Paris I went and saw Marcel Proust's grave, which I've been really wanting to do for a while now. And then after the Camino, it was, I think by the time I finished, it was around the 13th or the 14th of June. So I changed my flight schedule. I went to Dublin, and I spent Bloomsday in Dublin. I'll just show some photos of what that was like, and it was really I can't tell you how happy I was. I picked up a couple of books in Dublin, but probably the main one that I just want to show is that I got this Wordsworth edition of Finnegan's Wake, which it looks alright, but I'm glad to at least own a brand new version of Finnegan's Wake. I also ended up, just because my flight home was from Austria, I also ended up meeting up with Maria from Strange Lucidity. We had breakfast together, we went book shopping together. I bought a couple of books from Shakespeare & Co. I bought Robert Musil's The Confusions of Young Torless, which I've been reading now, and I also picked up the Dalkey Archive copy of Nobodaddy's Children by Arno Schmidt. Thank you to Maria for taking the time to just hang out with me in Austria, and go and support her channel. She recently released a course on French literature, and she's been making some videos about it. I highly recommend it, as I always highly recommend her content. And yeah, I don't know. This is a short video. I don't think I don't know. It's a little bit bittersweet, but I think it is the right time. I know that I want to focus on writing. I know that I really enjoyed and I really cherished the time on the Camino being away from social media. I know how hard that is to say, and I know that there's always this kind of great conflict with making videos where I talk about how great reading is and how great connecting is and just connecting with real people, real works of art, but then also there's the conflict of I'm doing this on YouTube, and so I don't really know if there's a contradiction or a paradox there, but I don't know. I think I've always decided that it was up to you guys to decide whether or not you were satisfied with how your time was being spent. And sometimes your time is being spent online, sometimes it's being spent in person. And I already know that this video is just kind of massive sort of rambling and so on. But yeah, there's not really any easy way to just say that I'm taking an extended break from YouTube. Rest assured, I'm finally going to suck it up and buy a Kindle just so that I can actually read while traveling, because I did try sort of to read on the Camino, but I think I ended up reading about 2 or 3 poems from Borges, and that was about the extent of what I was able to read. But yeah, I'll give updates every now and then. Maybe I'll film a video on my phone and upload it if I feel like I have something to say that's relevant for the channel. But yeah, I just want to give a really big thank you to everybody who's kind of been around and stuck around for the channel. It's been close to, if not about 3 years now that I've been doing the YouTube channel, and I do want to keep going, of course, but I also I guess sort of priorities in life are changing. Do some traveling, do some writing. Hopefully I'll write some pretty cool books and then I can come back here and talk about them. But yeah, thank you all again for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. If you leave comments, I'll still try and engage with them. And as always, I've still got an email address, and you're welcome to get in contact with me. And I've got Instagram as well that I maybe sometimes use, but yeah, emailing is probably the best or the most surefire way to keep in touch with me. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the support. Even though I won't be making videos, I'm not going to be dawdling, I'm not doing nothing. I feel like I have a lot of work to do, and I have a lot of life to live, so I'll see you all on the other side. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.